Hey y'all. This video is gonna suck to film, but I feel like I need to share this. I feel like God's put it on my heart. Um, so I've always been a person that worked. I've always been one of those strong, independent, whatever. Uh, well, in 2020, it became extremely hard for me to work because of my what we didn't know was going on. We thought I had RA. So by the beginning of 2021, I was in an extremely terrible lupus flare. Um, I believe my last day was February the 8th. I went out of work thinking that I had pneumonia. Um, and that was February 8th of 2021. And everything just progressively got really bad. I had fluid on my heart, my lungs. They had to drain fluids twice. I spent a week in March. The first week of March, I spent in LaGrange, Georgia, in an amazing hospital where they drained fluids. The last week, 2 weeks later, all the fluids came back because we didn't know what was going on, so we weren't sure how to treat it at that point. Before those tests could come back, all the fluids came back. So I then ended up with fluid around my heart as well. So they put me in an ambulance and took me to Atlanta, Georgia, to amazing hospital, Wellstar of Kennesaw. Um, Amazing people. So grateful for them. I had to do a chest tube for a few days. Um, well, in this time period when all this is going on with my lungs and stuff, I also went completely blind in my left eye and started having problems in my right eye. When that first happened, we thought that I was going to get to go back to work. Like we thought, okay, it's pneumonia. She's got a retinal detachment. They're going to be able to go in and fix this. She's going to get her vision back. And once we get all this sorted out and she gets on medication, I don't know why I'm saying she like it's not me, but I had in my mind that once I got better, I was going back to work. I was a manager. I loved my job. I loved my people. I worked for Walmart. I'm a very social person, so it was just right up my alley. And I had like 6 departments. I had, just I loved it. But March 4th is whenever I lost the vision in my eye. Well, April 2nd, I received my for sure lupus diagnosis. Like we were leaving the hospital in Kennesaw. I was on tons of steroids and we were going to a rolling sushi bar in Atlanta. I will never forget. Because I just really wanted sushi. Like that's all I wanted the whole time I was in the hospital was my husband to take me to this rolling sushi bar on our way home. And when we pulled in the parking lot, the rheumatologist that had been taking care of me while I was in the hospital called me and said, "You have systemic lupus erythematosus." And he talked to me for a few minutes and explained it. And this was it was April the 2nd. The very beginning of that next week, I had already had an appointment for a rheumatologist in LaGrange because we knew it was something rheumatic. We knew it was something autoimmune. Um, so I was already going through all that. Well, April the 14th, I had to go to the eye place. At this point, I'm still out on leave at work. Still thinking we're going to get everything fixed. And before the end of this year, I'm going back to my job. I've always worked since I was old enough to. Like I was that kid that soon as I turned 16, I had me a job, and always had one. But April 14th, we went to Marietta Eye Clinic, and he sat me down and was like, "The damage that was done to your." Sorry. Okay, I'm back. My bad. Oh, I needed a second. So he sat me down and told me that the damage that had been done to my vision was not reversible. Um, it was not going to be as simple as a quick reattachment of a retina. Um, so that was the day where he kind of was like, this is a very life changing thing. Like, we're going to hook you up with low vision doctors or low vision center or something. And he basically was just like, the goal now is to just try to preserve what vision you have remaining in your right eye. So that was a very hard day. uh, and that was also the day that I really realized that I wasn't going to get to go back to work. Um, So when we left there, we had to go by Best Buy for something. I don't remember what it was, but we were in a Best Buy in Marietta, Georgia, and I called my manager, my store manager, and I was like, "It's not going to get better." And so we agreed that I should resign. That way, if it ever did get, to a point where I could go back to work, that I'd be able to be rehireable. So I sat in that parking lot, cried my eyes out, and wrote a resignation letter to my store. Okay, sorry, I'm back again. Had to take a break. um, anyways, I shared all that with you guys to say that if you are newly diagnosed, it is extremely hard to learn to live differently. The realization that I wasn't going to be able to go back to work, it really, I let it mess with me mentally very badly for quite a couple years. Like I just got used to it. And I've started learning to do stuff around the house. Like I've started making breads and jellies and jams, and they make me happy and they make me proud of myself. I homeschool my daughter, so there is good still, regardless of the fact that my plan completely got derailed. I have found happiness. It just took time. Um, and it's hard whenever you had a job that you enjoyed. I loved my job. It was stressful, but I loved it. I loved my people. So with all that being said, just know that a lot of us that are have been chronically ill for some time, we get it, and I'm here if you need to reach out. If you're struggling with this, reach out. I will talk to you. I will pray with you, pray for you, whatever. Because I know it's hard. It can be really hard to feel like you lose your purpose. But the beauty in it is that we get to find a new purpose. And sometimes we enjoy it a lot more than we did before. And you don't even realize it until you wake up one day. And yeah, we don't feel good and it's hard, but there's still beauty in our life. And sometimes the plan that we had for ourselves, it's not it's not that great. Um sometimes it was, but anyways, I just wanted to share that with anybody that's struggling so that you guys know that you're not alone. I'm sorry that I was a crybaby for some of it. It's still hard for me. um, anyways, thank y'all for watching. I love you guys. I'm grateful for everybody that's following me. I just want to share my story to help people. If you have any videos or suggestions, just holler at me, comment, like, all the good things. I love you guys so much, and I'm praying for y'all, and God bless.